Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball video. Now, this one's gonna be a little bit different from our usual stuff, but I had a pretty cool idea, so I figured I'd talk about it with everyone. So if you follow me on Twitter, then you probably saw about a week ago, I guess, that I had this random idea pertaining to Dragon Ball Super. Now, before we do get started, I just want to say that this video will contain some spoilers from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and while I know it's already premiered and pretty much everybody's already seen it, I think it's already out in the UK, I'm pretty sure. I think that came out, what, like 4 or 5 days ago? Then I suggest that you don't watch this video, but if you're still watching, then without further ado, let's get started. So this is my original tweet that I posted a little over a week ago, like I said, and basically my overall idea was that in some future arc in Dragon Ball Super that Broly could train with Gohan. Now, if you saw Dragon Ball Super Broly, then you know that Broly is obviously leagues stronger than Gohan, even in his base form, as he fights both Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta. And even though he didn't really beat Vegeta, I think it's pretty fair to say that Goku got punished pretty savagely. You know, even before the thing happened. And to be honest, I'm just gonna say it because I already warned about spoilers, and I assume that everyone that's still here has already seen the movie. But Frieza kills Paragus in order to make Broly transform like he did with Goku so many years ago, and that's when Broly transforms into a Super Saiyan. Now, when he does transform, Goku is already in his Super Saiyan Blue form, and Broly achieving Super Saiyan actually causes Vegeta to step in as a Super Saiyan Blue as well, seeing as how much Goku's struggling. Now, I doubt I have to go into detail about how Broly is obviously so much stronger than Gohan, seeing how dominant he was in the film, but my boy Gohan definitely deserves some credit for the work he put in the Tournament of Power. He did end up taking his training seriously again, and we saw the results firsthand. Now, whether you're anime only, manga, or both, I think we can all agree that Gohan did get considerably stronger from not only the exhibition matches to the Tournament of Power, but from the beginning of Super itself. Now, I'm not a power scaler, so I personally won't go into where I think Gohan stands among the fighters, because doing things like that with Super is especially hard with how weird some of these fights are. For example, UI Goku versus Kefla. So it's hard to accurately gauge where Gohan should be among the fighters. For me at least, I'm sure somebody out there could do it, but leave your suggestions down below in the comments. I'd love to see how strong everyone thinks Gohan is, especially now post Tournament of Power. But with that being said, although maybe a bit easier because he's so much stronger than everyone else, it's still kinda hard to gauge Broly as well. At the end of the movie, Goku does make a comment about Broly maybe being even stronger than Beerus, but as we've learned before, we can't really take statements all that serious in anime sometimes. We really have to look at the facts, and Goku hasn't even seen Beerus really use any of his power yet. But with that little bit of knowledge and or rambling out of the way, let's get back to the tweet. Now, what do I necessarily mean when I say Dragon Ball Super could redeem Gohan? Obviously, when I say that, it's not in a literal offense to Gohan. Although I do favor his Dragon Ball Z version, Super did a tremendous job with him in the Tournament of Power, so I can't really say that Dragon Ball Super Gohan is all bad. My idea, however, being that what if somehow Gohan could train with Broly and maybe even reach another limit break, and in return, Gohan could help Broly improve his speech skills and possibly, and I hate to use this word, but I don't really know another term to use, domesticate Broly to the point where maybe he could even live a normal life on Earth. Now, I don't know how likely Broly living on Earth is, but to be honest, it's not completely impossible. Gohan being a scholar and basically raised to study every day of his life during his childhood just about, would make him the perfect person to not only teach Broly how to be, I guess, normal in quotations, which to be honest, that's probably the easy part, and I know a lot of you will say that Chile and Lamo could handle that part, and I do agree to some extent. But when it comes to actual book smarts, knowledge that can help Broly function on Earth if he becomes a part of the main cast that we normally see, I think the best person for that is definitely Gohan. So I'm sure some of you are saying that Gohan won't do this because he's perfectly happy being a family man, and I do completely agree with that 100%, but I feel like that could be the same reason why he would do something like this. I mean, who's to say that they won't ever need Gohan to fight again? Now, how I envision this happening, and keep in mind these are just my thoughts, ideas, and opinions, but even though Gohan wasn't in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, I'm sure Goku will tell him about Broly at some point, or he'll hear about him in some shape, form, or fashion. There's no way Gohan's gonna go the rest of Super without knowing anything about Broly. And when he hears of someone so much stronger than his father and Vegeta, who he himself witnessed do some crazy things in the Tournament of Power that's also a Saiyan, he could somehow become interested in learning more about the powers of the Saiyans. Now I know that's kind of a wild scenario, but that's why I don't write the plots. One thing that I thought was really cool in the Broly movie was how Broly was pretty much mimicking all of Goku's movements at one point. I don't know how many of you guys caught that, but when Goku was getting in his stances, warming up before he fought Broly, Broly was copying all of Goku's movements. And also, I know you guys most notably remember the scene where Goku froze Broly using a technique in his Super Saiyan God form, and then Broly turned around and did the same thing to Goku. Now, I'm not sure what sort of S-tier adaptation skills Broly has, or if he'd even be a good teacher in the first place, but if he's able to learn as easily as he did when he was fighting Goku and Vegeta, if he was well spoken, I feel like he'd be a great training partner for Gohan, since Goku and Vegeta spar with each other already and then with Whis. Now, of course, Broly can't teach Gohan raw power, but in the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, it was always said that Gohan had the most latent potential, but now that we have Broly, I think it's safe to say that that's out of the window. This will be a 6-side arc, and I think that it would give Gohan a way to get stronger separately to how Goku and Vegeta have been evolving. Not that Super Saiyan God Gohan wouldn't be hype, however, but I would dare to say that after what we saw in the Tournament of Power, and I know this is completely going against my power scaling comment earlier, but I don't think it's too wild to think that Gohan is probably already around Super Saiyan God level. This was just my rough idea though, guys. Let me know what you thought about it and feel free to elaborate on it down below in the comments. I love to see how creative you guys are and how you would spin off of this idea. Now that Broly is in the picture, this just opens up the door for so many new and crazy things that could be possible in the Dragon Ball universe, and it's so exciting. I mean, I'm just sitting here and I'm already having all sorts of crazy ideas, like Broly at some point could meet the Universe 6 Saiyans, and not only the Universe 6 Saiyans, he could fight Hit at some point. What if he learns God Ki? Could he be the next contender for God of Destruction? There's just so many crazy things that could happen now, and that's just with Broly. Like I said, guys, Gohan wasn't even in the Super movie, so they could do anything with him at this point as well. And also Goten and Trunks, they definitely need some development, at least have them age a little bit at the very least. And to be honest, guys, we didn't even get into Broly's Uzaru humanoid form, which I think if he can harness this power in the future, that will be very interesting. But I'm not saying that Gohan can learn that at all, because that would be crazy. Well, actually, it might not be that crazy, to be honest with you, but I really don't see that happening. But he could definitely get some valuable experience from training with Broly if Broly could learn to harness that power. Not that he needs it to fight Gohan, because like I said in the beginning, he's already league stronger than Gohan. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and follow me on Twitter as well to tweet me some of your ideas and opinions on what they could do with Broly in the future. I know I just dropped like 10 ideas, but I'm sure you guys have plenty more. Also, yes, before I do forget, we do have the new 2019 intro on the way, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, it's looking just absolutely sick, so be on the lookout for that. I'd say it's about halfway done, shouldn't be much longer though. Hopefully in the next few days. I'm gonna upload it first just to make sure we don't get copyrighted, and then if everything's good, then we'll go ahead and start using it in the future. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.